Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to go over the books that I read in the month of April. I'm very surprised at myself at how many books I read because typically I read like one or two books a month, but I've really had some more time to read and I'm really excited to get these reviews out to you and tell you guys what my ratings are. The first couple books that I read are from the Selection series by Kiara Cass. So I read the first one I read is The One, which is book one of the series. And this is basically like dystopian America, where they're back to like the caste system and they have a selection process every let's say 20 years or so when the youngest heir is of age to marry, and basically like royal, like The Bachelor or something. Like it's something like that, right? Where in this case girls apply and one person from each province gets picked and they get to go to the castle and try to win the heart of the prince. So in this case, that's what this is. It's so much fun. It's so captivating. This is a YA series. But as an adult, I completely enjoyed it. It was so good. So this is the first one. This is called The One. So like the names of them is like the tiers that they get to as the prince eliminates people. So then the second one I read is Elite. So that goes into like the next step, like how the experience was of this main character. So good. And then the Selection is book three. Also just follows, and oh, her name is America. It just follows her journey and the POV of her and the POV of the prince and just how it all works, her dealing with the other girls and the queen and the king and everything like that. Just basically her battling in her mind like who she wants to be, who she wants to be with. It's so captivating. So I have the other books of this series that I did start but I didn't finish as yet. But if you guys are looking for a really good YA series, I definitely suggest the Selection series. Okay, the next book that I read is The Proposal by Jasmine Guillory, which is book two of the Wedding Date series. And this one follows the best friend of the main male character in the first book, which is The Wedding Proposal. And basically he saves this girl from a horrible proposal at a baseball game, and it just follows their journey on the way there. It's a lot of banter, a lot of second guessing and things of that nature, but it's so good. Oh, and for these books, I rated these all a 5-star. They're all so good, captivating. I could not put these books down. For this book, I rated it a 3.5 star because the banter and like the thought process was just so similar to the Wedding Proposal, and for me it just felt like it was drawn on. Especially as an adult, you kind of feel like if you have these thoughts, just ask a person. Don't have full up all in your head and just second guessing, and I just couldn't stand that. So I rated this a 3.5 star, but this is definitely still like a really good read. And the spice level of this is probably like a 2. So it's not too heavy. I'm not a spicy girl. I don't like spice. So I was really appreciative of that. The next book I read is Ties That Tether by Jane Igaro. And this is the Book of the Month series. This is so good. This is about a African woman that is in modern day Canada, and she's dealing with like her identity and her culture and keeping up with her culture, the promises that she gave to her parents. And you know, she meets a guy that's not in her culture and she completely falls head over heels for him, but she's like fighting against that, you know, like, do I honor my family or do I honor like this new love that like has come into my way? And then there's like a super big surprise that happens in this book, and it's so good, so captivating. I have another book by this author and I cannot wait to read it. I love how in this book she brings up culture issues and things with culture, especially like in the African culture, and like the kind of fight back and forth. And like, I have friends that are African and I know that they deal with this. So it was really good to read in a book. This is really, really good and I really enjoyed it. I gave this a 4.5 star. It was really good. The next book I read was Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. Love this book. I love this book. I could not put this book down. It is a thick guy, and I read it within maybe in 3 days, which for me is very fast. This was so good. This is by Lucy Score, and this is about a woman that ends up has a horrible twin sister, and she ends up in this small town. And then there's a surprise of the sister having a daughter, and the sister left the daughter there for her to take care of. And then she meets this guy there who is just a super mean person, and it just follows their storyline, and it's just so cute. It's so good. I absolutely love this. This is if you like Grumpy and Sunshine, this is the book. I have the other 2 books of the series, and it follows the brother in one book and the best friend of the main male character in this one, and I cannot wait to read them. It's so good. The banter is so good. Some parts I was just laughing. Some parts had me crying. I rate this a 5-star. This is hands down a 5-star. And the last book that I read was The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. This book is a mystery, but it's more like a lighter mystery. Basically a husband goes missing, and he has a daughter, and he has a second wife, and she doesn't know why he's missing. And then the daughter and her go through all of these different channels to trying to find him and find out what's going on. And it was so good. It was so captivating, and I absolutely loved it. I rated this a 4-star just because I feel like some parts of it was just dragged on, and it was a lot of thought process, and I'm just like, okay, can we get to the point? But I could not put this book down either. It's really, really good. So this is a 4-star. Amazing. Those are all the books that I read for the month of April. It was such a good month of reading. I am very much looking forward to May's TBR. So stay tuned for that next video. I'm going to post that up next. And let me know what you guys want to see. I have just got into reading back this year in January, and I have been loving it. As you see, I've acquired a lot of books and I'm very excited to get to all of them. I feel like I can't read them fast enough. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope that these book reviews that I've done, if you have not read them, then you would enjoy it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.